Yo, what is up guys? It's ELiTESHOT here, aka Sean, bringing you guys some more Call of Duty tips and tricks. In my first Call of Duty tips and tricks video, it got a bunch of feedback, a lot of support, and I really appreciate that. And a lot of you guys have been asking me to make another one. So in today's video guys, I'm bringing you pro tips and tricks. Since my first video was beginner tips and tricks, I've decided to make some pro tips. Now these pro tips might not be pro tips for all you guys because I know I have a lot of veteran Call of Duty players who may already know these and already follow these tips, so this is kind of still more catered towards beginner players, but a little more advanced than my first video. So let's get started. These tips are going to focus mainly on perk and weapon knowledge. Now when I say perk and weapon knowledge, I mean using perks and weapons together that correspond and go well with each other. Because I see so many players all the time when they kill me, or if I just see someone's class, they're using random perks with random weapons. It seems like they didn't put any thought into why they're using these together. Personally, whenever I create a class, I tend to create classes meant for certain situations. For example, I have a rushing class, I have a stealthy class, an objective based class, a sniper class, a shotgun class, and all these classes have perks that go well with it. You shouldn't just throw a random perk on it just because you can. You should really think of what perks to use and why to use them. For example, on my rushing classes, I tend to use SMGs or shotguns because these are meant for close quarters combat. With a rushing class, you want to use perks that are meant for rushing, so lightweight, marathon, or extreme conditioning depending on the Call of Duty you're playing, sleight of hand, dexterity, steady aim, stalker. These are all great perks to use for rushing because with rushing classes, you want to be fast, you want to be quick, you want to run for a long time, you want to reload fast because you'll be so close. Every little thing you do is going to count. So reloading faster, running faster is going to make a big difference in how well you do. So these perks work the best for it, or at least the best that I seem to do with them. And you also should make sure that you use equipment that's also great for that class. For rushing classes, I would probably use like tech inserts or a C4 because these are meant for close quarters. With a tech insert, you can rush to their base, place it somewhere hidden near their base so you keep spawning back in their base. And then also C4 is great because C4s are kind of meant for medium to close range. I don't tend to use C4s that often, but they are good for close quarters classes or even a Semtex. It really doesn't matter and it really depends on your personal opinion, but that's just what I think. For my assault classes, I tend to use perks that are more catered for medium range, medium to long range. I use perks like Scavenger, Assassin, Marksman. Whenever I make my assault classes, I tend to make them a little stealthier because I want to survive longer. With my SMG and close quarters classes, I don't really want to survive that long. I mean, I try to, but the class is not meant for that. They're meant for getting kills quickly and not worrying about dying. And with assault classes, you want to survive for a long time because you'll be, from medium to long ranges, you should be traveling outside the map and going for those higher kill streaks because I tend to do better with assault rifles. I can live longer because it's a lot easier for me to stay alive at medium to long ranges than it is at close up because you're safer, you're farther away from enemies, and it's easier to stay alive. So perks like Scavenger, Assassin, Marksman are all great. Scavenger because you can pick up more ammo and survive longer with that weapon. Assassin because players use UAVs all the time, so you want to stay hidden on the radar. And Marksman because you can see enemies from long range easier. If you're aiming down your sight on a long range map, the enemy's red name pops up above their head much easier with it than without it, so that's great. These are just tips and the perks I use with my assault classes, and this is what I do best with. For my LMG classes, I tend to make them more objective based. I put on perks like Flat Jacket or Blast Shield, whatever Call of Duty you're playing. And I also put on Sleight of Hand because you want to reload quickly since LMGs are so slow to reload. That really helps out. And I also throw on Stalker because since LMGs are so slow, Stalker definitely helps when you're aiming down your sight. You're still pretty slow, but you can strafe out the enemies pretty easily. So these are pretty good perks. These perk recommendations are all my personal opinions. You guys don't have to use these, but this is what I think about when I create my classes. And you guys should also think about what you're doing when you create your classes. You should be creating classes meant for certain situations. Like I said earlier, you should have a class meant for rushing, a class meant for being stealthy, a class meant for objectives. It all depends on what you're using and the game mode you're playing, so make sure you really think about what you're doing. Now, the last tip I want to talk about in this video is staying calm. Staying calm, it sounds pretty easy to do, but when you're playing and when you're getting mad, it can be tough at times to hold your composure, because I know plenty of times when I play Call of Duty I get pretty pissed off when I'm dying and dying and dying. You get more mad and you're getting frustrated because you can't get any kills, so you tend to play a little more rushy. You keep rushing out there and you keep dying. You go back out there again because you want to kill the same person that killed you, but you die again, and you keep repeating that process, dying, dying, and dying, and you're getting more and more pissed off. Now, when I get pissed off, I keep doing worse and worse. I never played better when I was angry. I tend to play so much better when I'm in a good mood, a calm mood, where I'm not mad, I'm not aggravated, I'm content, and I'm getting kills without getting mad at anything. Even when you do die, when you're staying calm, just hold your composure. Stay calm because you'll do better. Trust me. It doesn't sound like it works, but it really does. I'm sure a lot of you guys experienced this before, where you keep dying, you get more mad, you die some more, and you just end up doing terrible. So stay calm and you'll do better. These were a few tips, guys. I know they weren't much, but these tips can definitely be overlooked. People don't really think about the classes they're making, at least from what I've seen. You really should think about what you're creating for certain situations. Like I said before, for a rushing class, use perks that are meant for rushing, fast, quick perks. For stealthy classes, use things that are stealthier, like Assassin, use a Silencer, use perks like Scavenger to replenish your ammo and stay alive longer. And for LMGs, use perks and equipment that are meant for objectives, like the Trophy System, Blast Shield, Flat Jacket. This is what I recommend. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to give the video a big fat thumbs up because I greatly appreciate that. If you guys want to hear some more tips, I'll bring you guys my elite tips. These are the tips I use and the things I do every single day in my gameplays, and that's how I stay alive longer, get more kills, and just get great gameplays. So give the video a big thumbs up. If we can get around 400 likes on this video, I'll make my elite tips and tricks. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. As always, it's ELiTESHOT here, aka Sean, your friendly COD fanboy. I'm signing out. Peace.